Hello students, today we are going to study about refractive indices. Now what is refractive index firstly? As we all know, sin I upon sin R is constant, and this constant is called as refractive index. So sin I upon sin R is constant. As per law of refraction, we have studied this. This is called as Snell's law, and this constant is called as refractive index. Now we are going to solve numericals based on refractive index. Firstly, let us consider two medium. The value of refractive index. Refractive index is different in different media. Media is plural for medium. As well as we can say the value of refractive index is different for different media and also for different colors. Then refractive index, it depends on velocity of light. Refractive index depends on velocity of light, and as we all know, velocity of light is different in different medium. Now velocity of light in vacuum, what is the velocity of light in vacuum? Velocity of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, that is 3 lakh kilometer per second. So what is the velocity of light in vacuum? 3 lakh kilometer per second, and that is converted into meter, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So this is what velocity of light in vacuum. So we all know that refractive index depends on velocity of light, and velocity of light is different in different medium. The refractive index. Now what is absolute refractive index? Definition of absolute refractive index. We can say the refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum. The refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum is called absolute refractive index. Now let us consider let us draw a normal. This is medium 2. Say for example it is a glass. This glass is what? Medium 2. Second medium, this is air. This is medium 1, and we all are aware air is rare medium, whereas glass is denser medium. Now this is the normal. This is the incident ray, and this is the angle of incidence. Now velocity of light, see air is medium 1 and glass is medium 2. Now velocity of light in medium 1 is represented by v1. Now as we know this, when it travels from rarer to denser medium, it will not go straight, it will bend where? Towards normal. So we'll consider velocity of light in medium 1 as v1 and velocity of light in medium 2 as v2. Why? Because velocity of light is different in different medium. Velocity of light in air is different, velocity of light in glass is different, velocity of light in diamond is different. It is different in different medium, and velocity of light in vacuum is what? 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now based on this, we'll solve some numericals. Firstly, I'll explain you some formulae. So we'll write down, let the velocity of light in medium 1 what is the velocity of light in medium 1? v1. And velocity of light in medium 2 v2. Then refractive index, what is refractive index? Sin I upon sin r is constant, and that constant is called as refractive index. Refractive index is denoted by nu. Now refractive index, how will you read this? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. So what is this? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Now how will you read this one? Refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. So what is this? Refractive index of kindly note down. So refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. Now as we have studied, refractive index depends upon velocity of light. Now what will be the formula for this? What is this? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. It can be written as velocity of light. Formula will be velocity of light where in medium 1 upon velocity of light in medium 2. So what is velocity of light in medium 1? v1. And what is velocity of light in medium 2? v2. So refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is what? v1 upon v2. What about this one? What is this? Refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. What it will be? It will be what? Velocity of light in medium 2 So what is velocity of light in medium 2? v2, and medium 1 v1. So mind well, the refractive index of second medium with respect to 1, formula will be what? Velocity of light in medium 1 upon velocity of light in medium 2. Similarly, refractive index of first medium with respect to 2, it will be velocity of light in medium 2 upon velocity of light in medium 1, that is v2 upon v1. Then we have studied refractive index depends upon velocity of light. So refractive index of second medium with respect to medium 1 is nothing but ratio of velocity of light in medium 1 to velocity of light in medium 2. Then refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium, it is v2 upon v1. Then a very important part, absolute refractive index. What is absolute refractive index? Now we know what we'll read this one. Refractive index of second medium with respect to 1, it is what? v1 upon v2. Now this is the first medium and this is second medium. We can read this as refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, that is refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Now if this first medium is vacuum, if the first medium is vacuum, then it is nothing but absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index of medium second. Formula will be same. So what is absolute refractive index? If the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of medium 2. If the first medium is vacuum, then refractive index of medium 2 is called as absolute refractive index. Okay, so this is what? Absolute refractive index. So if the first medium is vacuum, then refractive index of medium 2 is called as absolute refractive index, that is refractive index of medium 2. So formula will be, for absolute refractive index, it will be v1 upon v2. Now based on this, let us solve some numericals. Formula number 1, refractive index of second medium with respect to 1 is nothing but v1 upon v2. Formula number 2, refractive index of first medium with respect to 2 is what? v2 upon v1. And third one, absolute refractive index is what? v1 upon v2. So what is absolute refractive index? If the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of second medium is called absolute refractive index. Based on this, let us solve the numericals. We'll solve the numericals from your textbook. Page number 79. Question number 1. If the speed of light in a medium is I'll note down the question. If the speed of light in a medium is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, what is the absolute refractive index? Now one thing you should remember, velocity, formula number 4, velocity of light in vacuum, you should remember this, even if it is not given, you should remember. Velocity of light in vacuum, what is velocity of light in vacuum? It is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now what is given? If the speed of light in a medium is absolute, what is the absolute refractive index? That means first medium is, since we are supposed to find out absolute refractive index, what does it mean? First medium is vacuum. We can say first medium is vacuum. Why? Because in absolute refractive index, first medium is vacuum. First medium is vacuum. Therefore, we can say V1. We'll say let V1 be the velocity in first medium. Let V1 be the velocity in first medium. And V2 be the velocity in second medium. Now we know that first medium is vacuum. Why? Because in absolute refractive index, first medium is vacuum. So therefore we can say V1, what is the velocity of light in vacuum? 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then speed of light in a medium. Now this medium will be what? Second medium. That means V2 is what? 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. We need to find out absolute refractive index. So what is the formula for absolute refractive index? Absolute refractive index is nothing but, formula is what? V1 upon V2. Absolute refractive index is equal to V1 upon V2. What is V1? V1 is what? 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. V2 is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Let us cancel 3 into 10 raised to 8. 1.5 into 10 raised to 8. This gets cancelled. 1.5 1s are 1.5 2s are. So value is what? 2. So absolute refractive index is 2. Now it does not have unit. Why? Because ratio of similar quantities. See, velocity upon velocity, velocity upon velocity, ratio of similar quantity have no unit. The absolute refractive index over here is 2. Then next question, it is based, again it is based on absolute refractive index. It is a solved example. I'll note down the question. Now next question, it is a solved example from page number 79. Question is, the absolute refractive index of water is the absolute refractive index of water is 1.36. What is the velocity of light in water? And what else is given? Velocity of light in vacuum is given. Three into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So absolute refractive index of water is given as 1.36. Absolute refractive index means first medium is, what is absolute refractive index means? First medium is vacuum, so first medium is vacuum means V1. What is V1? V1 is velocity of light in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What is the second medium? Absolute refractive index of water. Water means it is a second medium is water. What is the velocity of light in water? That means they are asking V2. Now what is absolute refractive index of water is given as? Absolute refractive index of water is 1.36. We need to find out the velocity of light in water. What's the formula for absolute refractive index? Absolute refractive index is given by V1 upon V2. What is V1? Velocity of light in vacuum, and V2 is velocity of light in the medium, and over here the medium is water, which is equal to, what is V1? V1 is 3 into, we need to find out V2. Therefore we'll say V2 equal to V1 upon absolute refractive index, which becomes, what is V1? 3 into 10 raised to 8. And what is absolute refractive index? 1.36. That means we need to divide 3 upon 1.36. And after dividing 3 upon 1.36, 3 upon 1.36 will multiply by 100, which becomes 300 upon 136. We can further cancel. 3 4s are 12. Sorry. 300 upon 136. 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, 2 8s are 16. Again you can cancel. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10. That is 34 upon 75 upon 34. 75 divided by 34. 34 1s are 34, 34 2s are 68. Again 34 2s are 68. So we can stop here. So 3 upon 1.6, it becomes 2.2, and that is 10 raised to 8. So what is velocity of light in water? See, 3 upon 1.36. What we did? We have solved it and we got 2.2 and 10 raised to 8. So V2 is what? 2.2 into 10 raised to 8. That is, we can say velocity of light in water. What is velocity of light in water? It is what? 2.2 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So this was a question from solved examples. Very important question. Then we'll solve the next one. Next question from again solved example. It is light travels with a velocity. Light travels with a velocity. What is the velocity? 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second in a medium. On entering second medium, its velocity becomes 0.75 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then what is the refractive index? Refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium. What does the question say is light travels with a velocity 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second in a medium, and it enters a second medium. On entering second medium, that means this is what first medium, it is entering second medium, then its velocity becomes 0.75 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So we'll solve it. Firstly we'll write down, let v1 be the velocity in the first medium, be the velocity of light in first medium, and v2 be the velocity of light in second medium. And it is given v1 is equal to, what is velocity of light in first medium? It is v1 is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and on entering second medium velocity becomes 0.75 into 10 raised to 8. That means v2 is what? 0.75 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then the question is, what is the refractive index? What is the refractive index of this second medium with respect to first medium? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. What is the question? Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to question mark. They may also ask you, what is the refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium? Accordingly you can write down then which formula you are going to use. So refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is nothing but v1 upon v2, which is equal to, what is v1? 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 What is V2? 0.75 into 10 raised to 8. 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 upon 0.75 into 10 raised to 8. This gets cancelled. Now 0.75 ones are and 0.75 twos are is what? 1.5, which becomes 2. So 2 is your answer. So we need to write down finally refractive index of second medium with respect to, or finally you can write down refractive index of second medium with respect to 1 is what? 2. And it does not have unit. Why? Because ratio of similar quantity, velocity upon velocity, ratio of similar quantity have no units. So this was the question. Now next question. See, here question may be asked, what is the refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium? Accordingly you can write down. Next and final question. It's an unsolved question. Question number 4b. Question is, if the absolute refractive index index is singular and indices is plural, indices of glass and water is 3/2 and 4/3 respectively. What is the refractive index of glass with respect to water? So if the absolute refractive indices of glass and water, absolute refractive index means first medium is vacuum. The absolute refractive index of glass and water is 3/2 and 4/3. So we'll say absolute refractive index of glass, first medium is what? Vacuum. What is absolute refractive index of glass? Absolute means second medium is what? Over here glass. First will be what? Vacuum. We can simply write on refractive index of glass with respect to vacuum. That means first medium is vacuum, so it is absolute refractive index. Then again over here first medium is vacuum. That means it is absolute refractive index. So what is the question? Absolute refractive index of glass and water. For glass it is 3/2 and for water it is 4/3. The absolute refractive index of glass is 3/2. Absolute refractive index of water is 4/3. What we need to find out? We need to find out what is the refractive index of glass with respect to water, second medium with respect to 1, glass with respect to water. So glass with respect to water. This is the question. Now one more formula. here you will say that refractive index of second medium with respect to 1, it is what? Velocity of 1 upon velocity 2. But here in this question velocity is not given. So what we can say, refractive index of glass with respect to water, it is what? Velocity is not given. So always remember which is equal to what? Absolute refractive index of glass upon absolute refractive index of water. So this is also formula. If velocity is not given, they have directly given refractive index. So you can say absolute refractive index of glass upon absolute refractive index of water. Directly you can write on the formula also. So finally, so what is absolute refractive index of glass? It is 3/2 upon means what? Divide by absolute refractive index of water 4/3. See, this is one more formula. Refractive index, when velocity is given we can use this formula, but when refractive indices are given you can write on the ratio this way. Glass, above it will be glass, water below it will be water. See, these are the direct formula. Derivations you can get in your higher standard. So 3/2 divide by upon 4/3, which is equal to 3/2. If you multiply it becomes this way. Then 3 3s are 9 and 2 4s are 8. So what we got? Therefore we can say refractive index of glass with respect to water. Therefore refractive index of glass with respect to water is 9/8. Similarly, you can solve many more questions. Okay, so till now we have discussed 4 numericals, and these are the numericals which are there in your syllabus of Maharashtra board. So we'll any other question, let's check out. No. So in this way we have discussed all the 4 questions and we have completed the topic. I mean, we have completed the numericals from this topic, refraction of light. Thank you.